Na altesaam 230 dae alleen ter see, het die 29-jarige Kirsten Neuschafer van Oos-London Sondag in die Simonstad hawe aangekom. Kirsten lewer die afgelope 6 jaar seiljagte af by eienaars in onder meer die Karibiese eilande, die VSA, Venezuela en die Middellandse Seegebied. Sy is deur 'n kennis van haar gevra om sy selfgeboude seiljag in Portugal te gaan haal. Op haar vaart vanaf Portimão in Portugal het sy die Kanariese eilande, die Kaapverdiese eilande, Brasilië en Tristan da Cunha aangedoen. Dit het haar 67 dae geneem om die tog van Suid-Amerika tot in Simonstad, Vrou-alleen te voltooi. Ons het met Kirsten oor haar merkwaardige seiltog gesels.
Challenging was breakage at sea, because this is quite an old boat, so things invariably tend to break. So I'd had some very frustrating moments repairing sails and repairing engines at sea, in rough seas partially, where it's not ideal working kind of condition. My self-steering wind van broke, which was extremely challenging because of course I need something to steer the boat. So those were challenges where I really did have to find a solution, and then the other challenge was of course, on the one hand, very rough weather, strong winds, and also no winds at all, being becalmed on a sea that's like a mirror and just waiting and waiting and being patient and waiting for the wind to come. I experienced down on the 38th latitude south, close to Tristan da Cunha, I experienced very rough weather where the barometer was probably down to about 986, I think was the lowest I had. And I don't have an anemometer for measuring the wind speed, but judging by the sea state, I'm sure it was winds in excess of 60 knots, and the sea, of course, also getting very rough with breaking waves. So I had rain for the last crossing between Brazil and here. I probably had rain for 70% of the time, and one particular night with a low pressure system moving through and you know, strong winds and rough seas, I also had a lot of hail, which is quite unusual. I had hail lying even on the deck. So yeah. Most of the time I was really very content just to watch the sea and the albatrosses and the birds and just be out in that kind of tranquility. So I had a southern right, approached the boat while the boat was going very slowly. There wasn't much wind, and it was staying very close to the boat, showing interest in the boat. So I decided I would try and swim with the whale and see what would happen if I were in the water too. And the whale stayed very close, and it was a very special moment of communing with an animal like that. I am a solitary person, and I do appreciate my solitude, so I never felt lonely or afraid as such, but I will say that the closer I got to Cape Town and Simonstad, the more I was really looking forward to having just land under my feet again and eating different food, and also of course seeing people and earth and green, different colours. So, yeah.